Hey, welcome in. It is Friday, October the 28th, first week of the high school football playoffs. And a happy birthday edition to my lovely wife. She's awesome, and today is her birthday. She's such an awesome wife that I'm at work now, and then I'm going to be leaving from work, and I'm going to be heading to my game tonight for PressProsMagazine.com here on the LowDown. What is my game tonight? My game tonight is Fort Recovery at Minster. And so I won't see my wife all day on her birthday. And she's so low maintenance that won't matter. We're playing golf tomorrow, though. So don't think that I'm not spending some quality time with the missus. But first, matters at hand include Ohio high school football playoffs. And I've got Fort Recovery in Minster. Where else will we be in Western Ohio tonight? We've got a matchup in the first round of 7-3 North Union against 9-1 Coldwater. Coldwater, tough loss last week to Marion Local, 35-0 without Marcel Blasingame. They'll be without their outstanding dual threat quarterback again tonight. But we are a little nervous about that matchup, given that Coldwater draws a 7-3 team in the opener. So we will be there, hoping to see the Cavs persevere, get into the second round, and hoping to see them get Marcel back for a late playoff run. Okay, Central Ohio tonight. 2 games on the docket. We've got Delaware Hayes at Olentangy Berlin. Berlin last year, a 3rd seed, and they lost in the opening round. Upset. So tonight, coming off their first ever OCC Division Championship, we'll see if the Bears can get a win at home against Delaware Hayes. And then our other game, and this one should be a knockdown, drag-out, physical affair. Marysville, which was undefeated going into the playoffs last year and reached the regional finals where it lost to Springfield. Marysville going into Dublin Kaufman, 6-4 team against 7-3 Kaufman. Marysville has 3 players, 3 rushers with more yards on the ground than Dublin's leading rusher. I don't know how Garen Stokes got 7 wins out of such modest team statistics, but he has. He's done a phenomenal job in year 2 at Kaufman. And if Kaufman can win and get to the second round of the playoffs, which, by the way, they did a year ago, upsetting Wayne on a Hail Mary at the end of the game. This time, Kaufman's in the favorite role, a 6-11 matchup, Kaufman against Marysville. So those are our games for tonight. Hey, last night, where was Press Pros? Wow, we were at the Covelli Center at Ohio State, and man, is that a beautiful building. Shout out to the Covelli family and the Panera Bread empire that they have, donating the money to build the Covelli Center. What a Taj Mahal that is for Ohio State wrestling. And the feature on the site this morning is of a guy that you might remember from, 6 years ago? Quarterback of the Mechanicsburg Indians, Caleb Romero. Caleb Romero, now an All-American wrestler at Ohio State, his final season. We caught up with him last night, and you're going to see a lot more Ohio State wrestling coverage on our site as the season progresses because Tom Ryan's done a phenomenal job. And by the way, do you have any idea how much the Big Ten dominates wrestling in the NCAA? You might be surprised when you read the story on Caleb Romero to find out how far back in history you have to go to find a non-Big Ten team that won the national championship in wrestling. And how many times not only has the Big Ten won the national championship, but the runner-up spot has been a Big Ten team as well. So you could easily be 4th in the Big Ten and be 4th in the nation. That's not a hard thing to envision when you talk about dominant programs in Big Ten wrestling like Penn State, Iowa, Michigan, Ohio State, on and on and on and on. Wisconsin's been good in the past. Minnesota's been very good in the past. There are very, very few gimmies in the Big Ten when it comes to wrestling. Tomorrow, Ohio State at Penn State on the road. Our Mark Snyder will be covering that one. I was thinking today, I really think the hardest part of Ryan Day's job is standing up there every Tuesday at his press conference, making that week's opponent sound like they actually have a fighting chance of beating Ohio State. Penn State does not have a chance to beat Ohio State tomorrow. Just like, who did they play last week? Oh, Iowa. Oh, Iowa. Best defense in the country. Yeah, right. What did Ohio State hang a half 100 on them? And they'll do the same to Penn State tomorrow. It won't matter. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Ohio State will win easily on the road at Penn State. Hope your team has a successful first round playoff debut in high school football. And hope you're building in time in your schedule for a trip to Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. Yes, you thought I was going to forget to tell you that the Lowdown is exclusively sponsored by Lehman's. No, of course not. I'm not going to forget to tell you that because we couldn't do these updates throughout the week without the support of our good friends at Layman's. And you should want to win that $50 Layman's gift card that we'll be giving away early next week because October's almost over. So get your entries in. Go to pressproscontest@gmail.com, pressproscontest@gmail.com. Send your entry. You'll be entered. I'll pick a name out of a hat next week. We'll award the $50 gift card. And if you don't win the gift card, or if you just can't wait to find out, I don't blame you because Layman's has a phenomenal inventory. So disparate in its inventory, so varied, so amazing that there's no store you've ever been in that's like it. Trust me. And if you don't believe me, put me to the test on your way to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium for the state football playoff finals. Detour 4 miles south, just 4 miles south, less than 5 minutes, to Layman's Hardware off Kidron Road, which is just off Route 30, and check it out yourself. Now you say, what? I'm going to budget, 15 minutes, 30 minutes? You've obviously never been. You have to budget at least, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. However long you budget, I know you'll walk out and you'll go, I got to come back here because that wasn't enough time. Grab a bite to eat in their delicious cafe. Grab some fudge for the road, some candy, some soda pop made in a flavor you didn't even know existed. That's what you'll find at Layman's. Stuff you didn't know existed. Techie products, old-timey products, one-of-a-kind Amish products. Layman's is an amazing place where you will find the perfect gift for the hardest to buy for person on your list. My wife, shout out, happy birthday, babe, says it is the place to find everything you never knew you always needed. Yes, solutions for your everyday life, living a simpler life. That's what they're about at Layman's. So check it out online and order 24/7, 365, LEHMANS.com. That will do it for this edition of the Lowdown. See you tonight at the games you attend and that we care about and that you get always free, no paywall ever at PressProsMagazine.com.